So this is going to be the part 2 of that first Get Ready With Me video that I posted this morning. I had a lot of people comment that they wanted a part 2 and they wanted to know a little bit more. So this is that. Getting started in my Pilates journey. So I had told you that my sister got me into it, and she started Club Pilates in 2008. So during that time, I was still in high school. I didn't graduate high school until 2010. Now my sister is like 12 years older than me, so she is significantly older. I always looked up to her as my role model, my inspiration. She was just, so successful in starting this whole huge business. So that was something that I always looked up to in her. And she was a mentor to me and a coach in a lot of different ways. And so when she first started Club Pilates, I didn't know what was going on. And I was in high school, and by the time I graduated and got out, it still wasn't even on my radar as something that I could do as a profession. So that's why I continued, and I went to college. I went to Pima here in Tucson, and it wasn't until 2013, so it was a few years later, and I really started getting into practicing Pilates, because that's when the first one here in Tucson opened. Otherwise, I would have had to travel back and forth to San Diego, because that's where she had opened and started her business. Which at that time, my parents were going back and forth a lot anyways, because she had 2 kids, and so they were helping out a lot. And I think I tried a class in San Diego when she was running the Club Pilates, but again, it didn't click to me, the benefits of what she was doing or the significance. So once the Club Pilates opened here in Tucson, I started to attend classes regularly. That was in 2013. And I really got into it a lot more. And then it still took me a couple of years until 2015 to finally do this certification. So, and at that time, I was a little older. I was in my early 20s, I guess, when I did all of that. But it took me a little while to figure it out. I mean, we all have to figure out things in our own way, and I needed that time to go to school, get into the workforce. I've always worked, and it was a lot in the restaurant industry. So I've managed restaurants and worked in the food industry a lot. So I have a lot of experience with managing people and customer service based things. But yeah, that is like kind of a more in-depth version of how I got started and into teaching Pilates finally. And I know that my sister was constantly telling me like I needed to get into this, and it was such a great avenue of work. And just being in the health and wellness industry, it's a more positive environment to be in, and you get to exercise, and it's just so much fun. So I'm really grateful that I finally listened and went down the whole Pilates path, because it was definitely worth it.